Take 3. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the third attempt at recording this because I've had some technical issues. Hopefully everything will be okay after this point and we'll be able to just play the game. I came up with an idea. I really enjoy the game that we're about to play. I'm going through this whole thing. It's going to be in a thumbnail. It's going to be like, you're going to know it is. It's Dungeon Siege. I haven't played Dungeon Siege in such a long time. And I started recording this and I have no audio. Why do I have no audio? I really thought I got this done. I really thought I was able to figure out what the problem was. Did it switch the device back on me? Yes, it did. Okay, that's fine. We just have to send it through there instead. I love it. It's so good. I don't want everyone to skip it every time. Bum, bum. Okay. So real quick, this game came out in 2002, and this, honestly, for as much as I like this game, could be a Capitalism Ho video, but we're not doing that because we're not. I haven't done any of the research on it or anything. I was just looking up the movie In the Name of the King with Jason Statham that they very loosely based around this. Anyway, the reason that's important, and I bring it up, is because we're going to start up a game. We're going to start a new game because I briefly played. Oh, wait. That was the guy. Farmer. It saved it. It actually remembered. Okay. Farmer is just the name of the guy from Jason Statham. Like, that's Jason Statham's character is known only as Farmer. We're going to play it on normal. We're going to watch the intro.
A long time ago, on the continent of Orana, the once magnificent empire of stars had crumbled into oblivion. Paralyzed by its own power-hungry legions, and torn asunder by an ancient and merciless evil. But the 10th Legion, the dying empire's most valiant soldiers and most trusted, withdrew far to the west to a land called Ebb, seeking to preserve what their empire had lost. Here, in the rugged mountains and the rich valleys of their new home, they founded the Kingdom of Ebb, a kingdom that has embraced peace and freedom for 300 years. But there was a price. Few now remember the evil that opposed them. Fewer still recall the dark sorceries cast to save them. And none could foretell that one humble farmer would stand between a vengeance from the past and the survival of the kingdom.
Throw it away.
The Krug are attacking. I couldn't hold them back. You have long been my friend, but you can do nothing more for Old North. Go to Stonebridge. Find Gjorn. The Krug have elsewhere betrayed us. Your bravery will be needed by the king. Go now.
And then he just dies. And that's how the game starts. Okay, there we go. Chapter 1, Stonebridge. We gotta go find his friend, Norik's friend Gjorn, in the town of Stonebridge. So does it play it?
The Krug
Okay,
are attacking.
cool. Just in case you missed it, you accidentally clicked away or you want to refresh yourself, you can get access to that. That's really cool. I really like this music. Okay. I don't fully remember how to play the game. I know what this is over here. It's about as far as I got before, was to walk over here and fight this guy, and then I went, oh, let me change the graphics settings. And then we went down a whole rabbit hole of 20 minutes of me crashing my computer and having to restart and not being able to do this. Did I explain very well? I haven't done the research on this game. I really like this game. I played this game when I was very young. The oldest sibling had gone away to college, and we went to visit, and I remember very specifically the dorm room that she was set up in, and the computer that she had, and getting to play that, and then like that was it. And everyone else is like hanging out and talking about college and doing, and I'm just like fully involved. It like it was, Michael, you like video games? Would you like to play this? And I go, oh yeah. And then I was sucked in. I did not want to leave to go eat dinner. I can't remember if I did go eat dinner or if I stayed and played the game myself while everyone went out to dinner, because I just enjoyed playing it that much. Eventually, I would get the game on my own, play all the way through it. The Legends of Arana was the expansion that they wound up having, and then playing through the second. I actually don't know if I ever played the second one. Oh, that's backwards from how I want it. Pausing games. You could just pause it like that. You could also pause it like that. Okay. So you are not using that, and you're not. It is all mouse. Cool. Anyway. As much as I like this game and could easily make a Capitalism Ho video about it, I'm not doing that. I did not want to, because I didn't do the research and I didn't think about it. I don't have any physical, and the more I thought about it, the more I went, I just want to play the game. And I'm going to. And I think I said this last time, the way it comes out. I'm going to go get that hoe, though. Because I am a farmer. Does the hoe do more damage, actually? Or a dull pitchfork? How do we open our inventory? Is it I? It is. There's so many games that this made me want to play later. Does it show DPS? It does not. You just have to kind of figure out between the slow and the fast. This is old school. This came out in 2002, and I liked it so much. I played so much Legend of Zelda. Legend of Zelda, what? Dungeon Siege. This is probably the reason why I play, because I didn't play too much of Diablo until recently, but I definitely played a fair amount of one of the other games that we have talked about in the past. What's it called, though? Krug. Path of Exile was just because it was very similar in that kind of gameplay. Is there a way to open your inventory? Hide labels. Collect items. The mega map. Okay. Keyboard will be faster. Get him. Do you equip these, or do you just use them by having them in your inventory? You can definitely organize things. You can cast magic. That's right. You can have 2 active spells in your stuff. So far, everything is slow. The Bone Club is a 2 to 3. Is there a shortcut? K to auto-arrange. Perfect. So I and K. All right. Yes, I understand what will happen if I die. All right, so the point of this is simply because I really wanted to play this game, and I thought I like it so much, at the very least, I should do a playthrough of it. I can record it. I can put it directly on Patreon. Whoops. I think my number keys here are what select. Yes. I don't think I want my guy to be magic. I think I'll pick up a magic user. That was something I always struggled with as a child. Was devoting, like, I would want to do everything, and I don't know if that's the best way to play the game. As an adult, seeing things now, seeing that there are mechanics and functions, and, like, how you play. H and M are you? Why are you just standing there, man? Get after it. Get to the farm, scrub. H. Okay. I remember specifically, change the left and right. You can also use the arrow keys, zoom in and out, mouse wheel, or plus and minus. I cannot imagine playing this with just a keyboard. I mean, you literally can't. You have to have a mouse. Oh, the big bugs. The frack. I don't have to worry about licensing on Patreon. It is covered under the copyright. And also, I don't have to worry about polishing it that much. It's just a behind the paywall, and that's why I was thinking about calling it when I recorded. That really bothers me, that the keyboard, they're backwards on the keyboard from what I want them to be. What feels natural. I picked up something, I thought. This was video gaming in the early 2000s. Yeah. All right. You could choose all your different party options. We're going to get more people here soon. Come on, get him. You're going to get your ass kicked. I can swear, it doesn't matter. That's another thing. I'm not on YouTube. Come on, get him. I started talking about it before, so one of the things that I hit him. Get to him. I would play, and I'd get all my party characters, and then regardless of what they were good at, I would level them all up pretty well evenly, so like you could select everyone at once and be like, everyone use your bow, rather than, you know, what they actually, uh-oh, don't die, what they were good at. What's a gremlin? Oh, get over there. Look at the gremlin. Oh, come here, gremlin. He's like a little bunny. And then there's a dog. A crook dog. Get him. Get him. There we go. Yep, you walk up, you click, you watch. This, let's see, if I was 11 when this came out, we didn't play it until much later on. Hold on, how many years older than me is the oldest sibling? 8. It's possible it was a newer, a newer, like if I was 11, I think she's 7 years older than me, or 8? Pretty, yeah, somewhere around in there. So I would have been, yeah, that would have been off at college. I don't remember. I'm guessing it was a first. Oh, we put the felt cap on immediately. Look at that. It looks terrible. It was definitely a situation. The memories I have about playing this game were there at college was the first time, and then I wouldn't get to play it again until, I'm guessing, after college or something else, much later down the road. I say that like I was the one in college, but when the oldest sibling was done and then passed it along to me, maybe? I don't remember when I would have bought it for myself. I don't ever remember going to a store to pick up a Legend of... that's twice now. A Dungeon Siege game. I did pick up a Legend of Zelda game, and that's another game I'm playing through and re-experiencing games of my childhood and games that I missed. And I think that might be what's confusing me. Although I haven't recorded anything about it. I figured I'd do that at the end of it. Okay. How are we looking on potions? I've been gulping them down. Oh, not bad, not bad. We have bows. We should set myself up. We have a 3 to 6. Ooh, the 8 to 14. It's slower. We might go with a faster one for now since we're on our own. 2 to 5 and 2 to 5. That's actually, the blunt dagger is faster than the short knife. Or that's just a knife. And we'll organize. And we can clear out inventory management. That's what this whole game is about. Oh, yeah. Have I fully explained everything here now? I may have at this point. Yes, teaching me how to do the thing. Get it. Get it, get it, get it. Just playing for hours. Oh, the snapper. Get the snapper. Oh. Yeah, that's so good. The noises of this game bring back some strong memories because it do some good stuff. Wah-rah is something that we definitely will quote. I think I did it yesterday on headset playing games. That is a common occurrence. Alright, get him. Yeah, definitely didn't have my own computer till much later on. When I would have played through, like, when I remember actually playing through the game, it was on my own as a teenager after I would have played free games. So you're talking RuneScape and MapleStory like we used to do, and then we got into the habit of just like every free MMO under the sun that we could find access to. We'd play it for a week or two and then drop it and pick something else up and then play it and drop it. It's probably like a month or two because it took place over years probably. So that by that point, that started on a family computer with the RuneScape. But MapleStory wouldn't run on that. That was by the time I got my own computer. And then it would be years later to the point where I could buy software and play it. And that's when I played through Dungeon Siege, the original, this game that we were playing through here. So it's been, I would not say 20 years, but approaching 20 years. What is that? Oh, it's that thing that came out of the ground. That's right, get it. I think there's a bear cave somewhere around here that has some good stuff if we can find it. I remember something about that early on. Because I remember the beginnings of game the most because I would wind up starting games repeatedly. Warning me about different stories and buildings. But I did not go in that building. Maybe I should have. We'll go back there. There's a thing over here. Oh, yes. We should look at the map. Map. Is it not the M? No, the M. No, that's the tab. Okay. It's all over the keyboard here. That's right. And I can zoom out. I can click and drag to direct. I can play it like over the map, but I cannot. Okay. I can't see what I'm doing. Here we go. Here's the cave. See, I knew the cave. I would play the beginnings of game the most. Because they would, I would be bad at them. And I would not make it very far. Heal. Okay, there we go. That's right. If you try to heal, it shouldn't, I think it prevents you from healing if you try to do it over the top. Like, if you're more than 50% of your health. Come on. How much do I have left? I got like a potion and a half. Okay. Heal it up. We're getting there. He's not quite halfway. This is rough. Get him. Come on. Take down the bear. I remember dying to the bear. I'm only playing on normal. I didn't want to make it insane or anything. I know this game can get difficult, but... Anyway, I'm playing through a lot of old games here, and... I think I already explained all that. I don't need to go through it again. We're playing Dungeon Siege. I played Legends of Arana the most. I had that on a CD. And that was one that was actually like an MMO almost. Well, not an MMO, but it had multiplayer. And you would open it up to LAN. What was that I picked up? Ooh, defense 10. See? Gives me more health, and it's better for defense. And the battle bow is a 712. I know that I said I'd do a slower one at first, but I've changed my mind. We're starting to run out of space, though. And then we get a bunch of gold. There we go. That's why we came in here. Now, switch back to your melee weapon. I don't know what the best idea is for going forward with this. I would like to play through the whole game. I don't know how long it's going to take. I might only play it once a month. There's a lot of other things I got going on. You know, if you're following Patreon, you know what's happening. You know that I go out and do wildlife stuff, and I've got big plans and goals and things that occupy a lot of time. But here and now, doing this... Come on, get him. Get it. Yeah. We're going to play through Dungeon Siege. That's what I've decided as part of this. Similar to how I did Amazon Trail, where I just kind of felt like it, and then I played the game. We're going to do something similar to that here, where I feel like it, and I'm going to play a game. And I don't know what I'm going to play. And I don't know how often it's going to be just yet. I haven't worked out all of those because I don't want to get myself into a situation where I'm now committed. Like, I kind of feel committed to the other things that I've set up. Oh, man. There's some stuff over there and stuff over here. We should go over here first. We're gonna need more potions. I haven't found any potions yet. Oh, I just had a memory of, like, the way I set myself up. I would have, like, my fighting characters and then a couple healing characters. And they would be in the back, and they would cast, like, a healing wind, and it would literally show, like, trails of a wind coming across that would sparkle, and then they would heal the characters. We're gonna get to... Oh, look at that. It's got the trail. This is like a legendary. I don't... Kill it. It's a tougher enemy. This is how, when it's got the light coming down onto it, that's how you know you're in for a tougher battle. You can see we're leveling up our skills in each of these, that's the thing. Each character can do anything. And that was definitely something that I would do, is I would set up, you get a party, you get to load everybody up on the party. And I'm going to wind up blocking some of them with my shoulder, I've just realized. I'm going to have to figure out how to fix that. Because I don't know what to do about that in my setup here. I can either make myself really small, but then I still cover things up. I at least put up the green screen. I thought that would work. We're going to drop 2 bows in order to pick up a hammer. Oh, yeah, I like the hammer. I remember that. The hammer's fast and it does more damage. See? See, I remember this. This is what we're doing. This is just the main reason I've made this. I don't know how much explaining I really need to do here. Other than I feel like I'm going to, and then I'm going to record it. But another reason is simply because I have no record. I'm only going to be able to play this game for so long. It's not always going to work. I'm surprised it works 20 years later. Like, full 22 years after release. This would have released on Windows... What version of Windows was happening in 2002? It just launched for Microsoft Windows, and then the following year it launched on Mac OS X. It just says Windows, though. Okay, so what? Nope, wrong keyboard. What copy of Windows was in 2002? XP. XP was released in 2000. Wait, XP Media Center Edition. Okay, so when did... what version of Windows? Were we running 98 at that point? Windows 2000. Windows XP launched in 2001. I don't know when we jumped onto a Windows XP computer. By the time I was playing it, I was using XP. I used XP a lot. For most of everything. I got Vista. When did I get Vista? I moved to Vista. We can go back to playing the game now. There we go. I started typing on the wrong keyboard. This is why I have 2 computers here now. This is great. For multiple reasons. One of them is to be able to... I don't know if I explained that, because I did it, and then I had to re-record the intro to this like 4 or 5 times. How long have we been going now? Get him. 23 minutes. We're going to keep it 30 minutes. Maybe an hour. Definitely not more than an hour. I feel like 30 minutes is a good round number. Hit him. That's something that you increase over time, is your, like, accuracy. Get him. I'm trying to think if I ever used Vista at home. Vista came out in 2006. 2006. I must have been using Vista. Why did we pause? Open the door. Oh, hello.
I should have guessed you'd be cleaving your way to Stonebridge to find out what's got the Krug all stirred up. If you could spare a few minutes to help an old neighbour before you go, I've a favour to ask.
Oh, a favour to ask.
When I realised the Krug were actually attacking us, I tried to get to the safety of my cellar, but they had a little welcome party waiting for me. If you need any supplies for the long trek to Stonebridge, and wouldn't mind clearing out the remaining Krug downstairs, You can help yourself to whatever you need from my stalls.
Absolutely, man. That's great. You know what? Edgar, I don't know why he has two A's. Edgar will happily take care of the stuff in your basement. So yes, in 2006, Vista came out. And here's the thing. It wasn't too long after that, like, I've talked about my history with computers before. And yes, I got very comfortable with XP. That was really the first one when I became like a conscious being, that I could be aware of doing things. And I started learning how a computer works, and I became the computer person of the household. Okay, that guy's glowing. He has a name. He's Brankar the Scavenger. Kill him first, because he'll probably hit you the hardest. Then start dealing with all the small ones. Yeah, see, you dropped a cudgel and rags. You know how much we need that cudgel and rags? What? I didn't click anything. I don't know why we're just suddenly going back up. Alright, fight these guys until the elevator decides to take us down. So anyway, I don't know. Ideally, maybe every other week. I mean, weekly makes sense for as far as videos come. What? Why is that an option? Why is typing in the chat an option if you're not playing multiplayer? I think I've started talking about walking stick. Oh, is the walking stick good? I bet it's not. We don't need the knife anymore. And the hatchet is very low. And so is the shovel. And I bet the walking stick is not great. I remember the look at this. It looks like bread. I always thought because it was tapered on the ends, this was like a loaf of bread. I don't know what the middle part would have been. A rind? That's not what you call that. The crust of bread is not called a rind, is it? Anyway, you definitely get some stuff right here. I remember that. Now we come in here, we smash all the stuff. Pick up some burlap. Well, I want the burlap, though. I don't want the rags. Burlap is worth more. And it has 3 defense. That'll be good. I need to sell some stuff. Oh, the worn leather actually might be better. Tattered leather to pick up worn leather. Nope. Still can't touch my bear armor. Oh, leech life. I don't know how I should play it for the characters. Anyway, I'm going to record this as often as I feel like, because I'm into playing the game, and then eventually I'll make my way through the whole game. And that will be what we do. I don't know if I'll move on to the other ones. But basically, that is how it works. That's what we have here for this series when I'm playing things. Similar to Thief, which we currently have going on. That one's tougher. That one I can only play so much of before I get frustrated and want to switch it out because it's not a modern game. This one I'm going to be able to play a lot more. Because I used to play this for hours. I don't know how long the game is. And I will tell you, I have read on reviews on Steam that the port to modern... I almost said consoles. Modern computers did not work well, and like the final cinematic is glitched, so you don't actually get to see the final thing. And if that's the case, I'm gonna watch it on YouTube after I finish up playing the game. I'm gonna need a much more comfortable chair if I'm gonna be playing long sessions, recording in this space. I don't have like a back to lean back on, which is, I mean, it works because I've forced myself to lean forward to be right next to the mic, but it is very uncomfortable for long periods of time, and I wind up hunched over and putting a crick in my back. Why do they call it a crick? And why do some people say that as a creek? That's just a southern accent, isn't it? Go on down to the creek. Then why does it mean that for when your back cramps? Okay. Oh, the Krug apprentices, these big guys. Remember them? Probably not. But I do. Anyway, we were talking about computers. I was talking about old computers. When so in 2006... I was from 91, 15. And I got a computer around then. I'm pretty sure around 15 or 16 was when I got my first computer on my own instead of a hand-me-down one, I think. If I remember correctly. And that would have been when I made the switch. Somewhere around there. I definitely had a Vista, and I think I used that. And I know people had feelings about that and didn't like it. Then Windows 7 came out in 2009. By that point, I was an adult. I bet I had Windows 7 on the laptop that I bought. Yeah, I got a laptop. I bet it had Windows 7 on it. The reason is that it's just up to the manufacturers of, like, I was buying Clandank the Krug, buying computers from HP, a third party, like a manufacturer, a brand of someone who puts and builds together the computer themselves and puts it, you know. And that's where we got all our computers from, was buying them from HP. And so when they would make the switch, would not be too long after, back then. I don't know how long it takes them to make a switch now. We're going to drop the walking stick and the hoe. Don't need some of those, but I want to pick up the worn leather. I think that'll be worth more money when I go to sell it. The dagger is smaller. The weakened battle bow, I bet that. I've got a battered longbow. Let's swap this for that. Because that's a still 4. Yeah, 8 to 14. That's better. We're going to do that for a bow. But I still want to be using a melee weapon for now. How did I get that to pop out earlier? I don't remember. I don't remember how I got the inventory to pop out to show me all my different things. I'm going to have to play around with the keys here. U-T-Y... Nope, that... One of those entered cinematic mode. One of those put something over my head. This is what happens when you just press random buttons. Oh, okay, we can see how long we played the game. Okay. So that was that, but it still doesn't show me. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Although, we are going to leave it smaller. We're going to get some more real estate here because we don't need it there. But I don't know how to make this pop out again. A. Nope. S. Nope. D. Nope. This is called... Oh, okay, so Z is pick up everything. That's extremely useful. X is giving me bars underneath. We're going to leave that so I have a better... Rather than having to look up at the top of the screen every time. Q is switching. Q is cycling through. Double O. There you go. Q and W. All right. Zoom out a little bit. Back to your melee weapon. I bought a laptop. I still have it, although the screen is destroyed on it. And at some point I went through, took all my old computers and realized that it was kind of a safety hazard, security. Like, I would have been using that as an adult, so there's tax document paperwork, stuff like that. I grabbed everything off all the hard drives, pulled the hard drives out, and wiped them a couple of years ago back in Wyoming, I believe. Really, still doesn't fit, huh? Well, I don't need the rake. I'm evolving. I'm no longer a farmer. Oh, the crooked staff. The look of the staff. Some of these I really recognize. Like, just the way that the look of it, where they did like that kind of blue and purple speckledy. This was also years after I did karate, so I actually knew how to use a staff at the time. I don't know. What do we do like now? Oh, these things. I think I've said that multiple times today. Anyway. I bought a laptop in 2009? No, it was summer, so it was probably 2010. Was Windows 8 out at that point? I bet it wasn't. No, that was 2011, so it would have come with Windows 7. That was when I made the jump to Windows 7. I never bought a copy of an OS and installed it myself for very early on. It was simply, what version? I need a new computer. What version is it coming with now? So it was XP. I had a Vista. I didn't mind Vista. I never minded any of them. There was never one that I've been like, ew, that version of Windows, even though people remember it as like, oh, Vista was the worst one, and talk badly about it. And now they're saying Windows 11 is terrible. I like Windows 11. I use it for my work computer. I use it for my computer out in the living room. I will upgrade at some point if I can my editing computer. I just have so much like editing stuff on there that I don't. I probably won't upgrade the recording computer, which I need a better name for because it doesn't record. It's not really, it's just in the recording setup here. Anyway, did we have a quest we should have been focusing on? No, we did that. We're just trying to get to Stonebridge. I bought a computer. I remember very specifically, I had money. I got a summer job, which allowed me, I took like a hiatus from my regular job, and I went to work for a theater, a college campus that had multiple theaters, and work in their department for the entire summer, which was like a full-time 40-hour-a-week job. That was the first full-time job I ever had, even though it was on a short-term basis of just a couple months. But anyway, I had extra money after that, and I think I spent $600 or $700 buying myself a decent laptop that I could play games on that would have come with Windows 7 at the time. And it was paired with a free, oh, here we go, this is important. It was paired with a free Xbox 360, and that's how I got my first Xbox, or that was how I got my second Xbox 360. It was the slim version. Anyway, I don't need to look at copies of Windows anymore. I don't need to look at the Wikipedia page for In the Name of the King, or probably Dungeon Siege. I think we know everything we need to about this point. This is literally trying to get me to... Okay. What do you want me to do? Where they're telling me the end of Windows 10 is happening. It's funny that this is happening right now. I'm aware of that. All right, here's what we're going to do. The entire point where technically this computer does record is so that I can do this. And I'm going to, well, we're just going to listen.
Damn fool Krug. I knew they was none too bright, but today I seen everything. They torched this here bridge, and then set to driving a wagon caravan across while it was still a-burning. Now the only way to Stonebridge is that-a-ways, and that means going through the old crypts to the road beyond. You ain't gonna catch me going that way.
I talked about, I remember the beginnings of games the most. That guy saying, damn fool Krug, it was over and over and over. I don't know, was I just because I was a child and I liked to hear someone swear as an adult? Like, I don't remember, but I just remember, like...
This bridge...
Oh, he won't do it again? Hold on. Oh, I think I missed it. Oh, man. I was going to record it. Oh, man.
This bridge won't be fixed anytime.
Yeah, no, we missed it. That's a shame. All right, I'll have to pull it out of the recording. I'll have to remember. That's one specifically. Him saying, damn fool Krug, is stuck in my head and has been there for 20 years almost. And whenever I think of something, I'll literally, if I'm saying something, I'll be like, ah, damn. And then in my head, I'll fill in the rest of like, fool Krug. It's ridiculous. So I'm set up to record audio from everything here, and I was going to turn off the sound and play it a second time so I could get a clean recording. We're not going to have that, but then it's going on our setup here with the MIDI keyboard for our soundboard, so we can play it back whenever we want to. We can hear that guy say damn fool Krug. That legitimately came to me as one of the options, like when I set it up and went, ooh, I can play little sound effects and I can record myself doing this stuff. And on Patreon, I'm less worried about the fact that that is someone else saying it instead of me recording my own. So I'll set up two different ones, one for Patreon and one for public if I record any public gameplay videos. Anyway, all that is to say, it's 38 minutes, and I think this is a good point as any to finally save the game as Farmer. We've been playing for 35 minutes, and that's going to be the end of part one of probably... Wait, how long does it take to beat? Let's see what the average... Wrong keyboard. That's going to trick me up every time. Dungeon Siege. 30 hours? That's Dungeon Siege 3. That's Dungeon Siege 3. 47.5 hours to obtain 100%. The main story is 28. The main on the sides is 33. Completion is 47.5. So 30 to 40 hours is what howlongtobeat.com apparently that's a website, is estimating. And in 30-minute chunks, we'll be done in 100 episodes. Yeah. Well, continue tuning in weeks after weeks. I don't know how often I'm going to put these up or how often I'm going to do them, but I'm excited to just be playing games and recording them and for documentation purposes. That's what I was trying to get at earlier. At the very least, if nothing else happens from anything else that I've been recording for years now and doing, especially mostly towards the wildlife, at the very least, I'm documenting. and I'm documenting a game that I really enjoy that I probably won't be able to play forever. And that's where I went down that rabbit hole talking about all the versions of Windows before. At the very least, it's working on Windows 10. I don't know what would happen on Windows 11, but this computer is Windows 10, and we're going to play through it here, and it should work, hopefully, unless it doesn't. I've already had it popping up being like, there's some compatibility issues. And if that's the case, wouldn't it be cool if I bought a bunch of was still working Windows hardware from the 2000s era and got and played this game on it? That would be kind of cool to set up and play on original hardware. They wouldn't get an HDMI port for a very long time, though. We would have to adapt it for recording. That would not be fun. For now, we're just going to continue doing this here. The point was to record it. I really like this game. I'm going to play all the way through this game. You're welcome to come along. 40 minutes. That'll do it. See you guys next time.